My beautiful black men, there is no shame in starting over. Let me say it again. There is no shame in starting over. If you're here right now, it's likely because something didn't go the way you hoped it would. Maybe a relationship, a job, a dream that you gave years of your life to, a version of yourself you thought you should be by now. But I want you to hear this clearly, my beautiful black men. That does not make you a failure. It makes you human. Starting over doesn't mean you've wasted your time. It doesn't mean you were wrong for trying. And it definitely does not mean you weren't strong enough to make it work. Sometimes starting over is not quitting. Sometimes it's choosing yourself. You are allowed to begin again without shame. You do not owe anyone a justification for why your life looks different than you imagined. You don't have to explain your story. We don't talk enough about how heavy it can be for a black man to start over. Because on the outside, people say things like, everything happens for a reason. Just be positive. At least you've learned something. But on the inside, starting over can feel like grief. Grief for the life that you are building. Grief for the effort you poured in. Grief for the hope you carried quietly without applause. And I want you to honor that, my beautiful black men. You are allowed to mourn what you didn't survive without shame. Starting over doesn't erase your progress. It doesn't take away the wisdom you've earned. It doesn't cancel the growth that happened quietly behind the scenes. My beautiful black men, you are not starting from zero. You are starting from experience. from self-awareness, from a deeper understanding of what you didn't do or what you could have done better. That matters. Repeat these affirmations out loud or in quiet. There is strength in saying, "This no longer fits me." There is strength in saying, "This no longer fits me." There is strength in saying, "This version of my life is asking me to grow." There is strength in saying, "This version of my life is asking me to grow." There is strength in saying, "I deserve something different." There is strength in saying, "I deserve something different." Starting over is not weakness. It is courage, especially when staying would have meant shrinking, settling, or silencing yourself. From a woman's voice, let me say this to you clearly, my beautiful black men. You are not behind. You are not late. You did not miss your moment. You are exactly where you need to be for this next chapter of your life. Remember, the world loves to reward consistency, but it rarely celebrates self-honesty. And self-honesty is what starting over requires. You're allowed to rewrite your life. You're allowed to change directions. You are allowed to choose peace over familiarity. You are allowed to want more or want different, even if others don't understand it. You do not need permission to begin again. If this feels right, affirm this with me silently or out loud. I release shame around starting over. I honor the courage it took to let go. I trust myself to build again. I am wiser than I was before. am allowed to begin again with grace. Starting over does not mean you failed at your past, my beautiful black men. It means that your past did its job. It taught you what you needed to know so you could move forward differently. That is not something to hide. That is something to respect. Wherever you are right now, take a breath. Take a deep, long breath. And remember, you don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need to have a perfect plan. All you need is the willingness to take the next honest step. My beautiful black men, there is no shame in starting over. Only truth, only growth, only the quiet bravery of choosing yourself again.